Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alaska Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at that same website where you registered. And here is our schedule for this afternoon. We are here in session A1, so I'll turn it over to Iowa State University to get us started. And Dan, are you ready to go?
Sorry, I was just having my PowerPoint pulled up on, wasn't pulling up. Can you see my screen okay? I'm sorry.
Yep, looks great.
Well, hello everyone. Thanks for putting up with those technical difficulties. Welcome to this session. Thanks for taking the time to learn about all of our great schools. My name is Dan Clark. I am a regional admission counselor for Iowa State University. I am based out in Denver, Colorado. Iowa State is a large public land grant research institution. We are a Tier 1 research institution. We're an AAU member university, and we're also a member of the Big 12 Conference. Iowa State University is located in Ames, Iowa. Ames is about 45 minutes north of Des Moines, which is the capital of Iowa and the largest city in Iowa. Ames is consistently ranked as a top college town thanks to the many great outdoor activities, the great coffee shops, the great downtown, but also the proximity to a lot of the bigger metropolitan areas like Minneapolis, St. Paul, Kansas City, Chicago, Omaha, to name a few. So when students finish up at Iowa State or while you're a current student, there's a lot of options for internships, co-ops, and job opportunities. There's a lot of reasons to choose Iowa State. Currently, there's about 33,000 Cyclones on campus. And of those students, about 46% are coming from out of state. All 50 states are represented at Iowa State. And we have 115 different nations represented as well. It naturally makes Iowa State a really diverse place to grow and learn. With 33,000 students, it may sound kind of overwhelming. However, there's a lot of different learning communities and ways to kind of make Iowa State feel a little bit smaller and feel like a home away from home. There's 900 active clubs on campus and just a bunch of different campus activities to get involved with. Iowa State has six undergraduate colleges, and there's 100 majors housed across those 6 colleges. We have the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. A couple of majors that are housed in this would be animal science, agricultural systems technology, and horticulture. Then we have our Ivy College of Business. This is an AACSB accredited business school. We have our College of Design. This houses 9 different programs in it, including landscape architecture, an accredited architecture program, let's see what else, interior design. And all 3 of these programs are have been ranked in the top 25 by Design Intelligence. Our College of Engineering is our biggest college on campus. A fun fact about, or cool fact about the College of Engineering at Iowa State is about 70% of Iowa State engineering students graduate with work experience. So you have a lot of great opportunities for hands-on opportunities. The College of Human Sciences has 19 different programs. These vary from event management to athletic training. We also have the largest and probably most diverse college when it comes to academic programs at Iowa State is the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Students can study anything from arts and humanities, math and computational science, physical and life science, and a lot more. The College of Liberal Arts and Sciences is also home to pre-professional programs such as pre-med and pre-law. This slide is a little bit tough to read probably, but it just highlights the 100 different majors that we offer at Iowa State. And at Iowa State, the student to faculty ratio is about 19:1, and the average class size is about 40 students. So again, for a large research institution, there's a lot of ways to get connected with faculty and professors across campus to build those relationships, whether you're looking for research experience or to for a reference on a job application. Students really can get to know their faculty. These are going to be our minimum core course requirements for admission purposes. So as you can see, we require 4 years of English, 3 years of science, 3 years of math, and then 2 years of social studies. If you're studying liberal art in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences or the College of Engineering, they do have some additional course requirements. We use the Regent Admission Index for admission purposes at Iowa State. The RAI formula will look at your ACT, your SAT score, GPA, and then the number of years of your high school core courses for an admission decision. Students with a 245 RAI score or above receive automatic admissions to Iowa State. And for fall 2021, we are test optional. To apply to Iowa State, you can either apply online or through the Common App.
Great, thanks so much. Unfortunately, we are out of time, so we have to move on to the Universal Technical Institute.
Hi, everyone. David Pierce, Universal Tech. I'm the Alaska admissions rep for UTI. I live in Anchorage, and I do all the admissions work, interviewing and application processing here in the state of Alaska. So let me share a little bit about our school and our programs with you. UTI, we've been training technicians for well over 55 years. We're the largest supplier of technicians to our industry around the country. We've got 12 active campuses nationwide. I generally send most of my Alaskans to our main training facility for automotive, diesel, and welding training. That would be down in our campus in Phoenix, Arizona. We've got 3 campuses in California, 2 in Texas, marine mechanics training in Orlando, Florida. We have a exclusive training alliance with NASCAR that's in Mooresville, North Carolina. And the rest of the campuses that you see, primarily automotive, diesel, welding, and collision repair training. The 8 areas of training that I can offer you at our various campuses around the country: automotive, NASCAR technician training, diesel, auto body and collision repair training, welding, CNC machining, and the 2 MMI schools, motorcycle and marine technician training. So we are the training arm for 35 different manufacturers. We are partnered with the companies that you see, and all of these companies train right on our campuses around the country. So if you ever thought about being a service technician working for BMW or Mercedes or Peterbilt or Cummins, General Motors, Ford, this is where the factory training is done, and again, right on our campuses across the country. A little bit about our industry and the skills gap. Currently today, we've got over 270 million cars and trucks on today's roads. And the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics are telling us that by the year 2028, just a few short years from now, There will be over 1.1 million new technicians needed in our industry alone. Part of the reason, technology. So much electronics, so much computer diagnostics. Average car today coming off the assembly line, well over 100 million lines of software code. When you look at companies that we train for, like BMW, Mercedes, and Porsche, and Volvo, that can actually double and triple. So you can see the need for highly trained technicians to service and work on today's vehicles. A little more detail about our 8 training programs. The automotive core, 51 weeks, right at 1 year. Our training is 6 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and that's in a year-round schedule, year-round format. The diesel program, 45 weeks, about 10 and a half months. Students can do a combination core and add automotive and diesel together. Takes about 17 months, a little bit less than a year and a half to do both of those. The NASCAR technician training, 48 weeks. Auto body collision repair, right at 1 year. Our AWS certified welding program, 9 months, 36 weeks. The CNC machining, also 36 weeks. Motorcycle and motorsport technician training, 42 weeks, about 10 months. And the marine program, which would be the outboard technician training, right at 1 year. Training at UTI and MMI, quite a bit different than what you're used to at high school or what you would expect from regular college. Our training, again, year-round, 6 hours a day, Monday through Friday. We work on 3-week courses or 3-week intensives where students will have one topic, one subject that they will train on for a 3-week course before they move on to the next one. No general academics at our school. We don't offer English and history and speech class. We don't expect a lot of background or a lot of experience. If you've got a passion and interest to work on cars and trucks, we can definitely help you. We have over 4,500 dealerships and companies across the country that help students with tuition reimbursement. We offer every single year over 15 million in sponsored scholarship opportunity for students. And if you would like information, if you would like catalog on our school and our programs, please capture the QR code or the URL, and we'll be happy to send a catalog out to you. And appreciate your time and look forward to helping you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next up is the University of Tulsa.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Katie Reed, and I'm the Director of Regional Admission at the University of Tulsa. And I am regionally based for TU in Southern California. And I serve as the admissions counselor to students along the West Coast, including students in Alaska. So here you can see a picture of our beautiful campus. We are a small, private, 4-year university located in the heart of Tulsa, Oklahoma. We have a very traditional, very green, self-contained college campus. And our campus sits just 3 miles from downtown Tulsa, excuse me. So Tulsa is the second largest city in the state. It's a nice medium-sized city. It's about 500,000 people. There is a thriving music and art scene in Tulsa, lots of live music, over 50 miles of hike and bike trails along the Arkansas River, so lots to do outside. We have over 100 parks in the city and lots of festivals that happen in the city year-round. So it's a really fun place to be a college student. And since our campus sits just 3 miles from downtown, as a college student, you'll have really easy access to all the concerts, all the festivals, all the great restaurants, and all the fun things happening in a city right in your backyard. So on campus, our students are very active. We have about 4,400 students total on campus, and of those students, about 3,300 are undergrads, so there is a really strong focus on our undergrads. We have students coming from all across the country. We do have some students from Alaska on campus, 43 states represented, and we also have a fairly large international population as well. It's about 15% of our student body are coming from different countries from all over the world. Your average class size will be about 21 students, so you definitely get kind of a smaller, more personalized, more intimate learning environment where you get that attention from your professors, and you also get to interact with your peers in your classes. Our students are very active on campus. We have 17 Division I athletics, over 200 student organizations. We're actually one of the smallest D1 football schools in the nation, so you do get the benefit of the small classes, but you're not giving up the excitement of the big D1 athletic events. We do have Greek life, lots of pre-professional groups, vocal and instrumental music groups, so there's a lot to get involved with as a student on campus. We do have 4 different academic colleges on campus: arts and sciences, business, engineering and natural sciences, and health sciences, but we're best known for our STEM programs. So I did want to talk a little bit about those options. So we have lots of engineering options that are listed here. Our most popular programs on campus are mechanical engineering, petroleum engineering, computer science, and nursing. When you apply for admission at Tulsa, you're just applying for a general admission, and then you choose any academic path or any combination of our academic programs that you'd like to pursue. So there's a lot of flexibility for you to really tailor your academics at Tulsa to be the best fit for you. So we have a 97% job placement rate for all of our students at Tulsa. In many of our STEM disciplines, it's even higher. So for our mechanical engineering students, it's 100% job placement rate. Our petroleum engineering program is consistently ranked in the top 3 in the nation. Many of our computer science students are pursuing cybersecurity, and we actually have the largest cyber core program in the nation, and about 75% of those students go on to work for the CIA, NSA, Department of Defense, and NASA. So keep in mind that you can, choose a major or double major or add on a couple of minors that are listed here so that you can kind of take that interdisciplinary approach to your studies at Tulsa. And the Cyber Core program that we have is a special program that really any student on campus can choose to go into if you're wanting to pursue cybersecurity. So here are some examples of some companies and organizations that our TU students are doing paid internships with and then going on to work for full-time once they graduate. So Tulsa students aren't just staying in Tulsa for internships and full-time employment after graduation, but they are truly going coast to coast for these opportunities. So you can see an example there of early career and mid-career salary potential for our students. So a little about the application process. We are on the Common Application, and we are test optional this year. So all that's required of you to apply is the application and a transcript. We do have some optional application materials that you can choose to submit, such as a letter of recommendation. You can submit a test score if you'd like. You can submit an additional essay if you'd like, and you can also do an interview with me for admission and scholarship purposes. All of those are optional. The only things that are absolutely required are the application and transcript. We will automatically consider you for a merit-based scholarship when you apply. You can see the range of those scholarships there. We also have some full tuition scholarships. We offer 30 of these every year to our incoming freshmen. In order to be eligible this year, you just have to have a 4.0. So if you have a 4.0, you're automatically in line to apply for that scholarship. And you will be considered as long as you submit the additional application for that scholarship. Our priority scholarship deadline is January 15th, so you still have plenty of time to apply. And my contact information is listed here. So if you have questions about visit options, either in person or virtual, the application process, or any of our programs that I mentioned today, please do reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to talk with you more about the University of Tulsa. So at this time, I will pass it off to our next presenter.
Great, thank you. So next we'll hear from the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities.
Hi everybody, my name is Kaylee Mattel and I am the regional recruiter for the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities. I am based in Northern California, so my territory is Northern California and the Pacific Northwest, including Alaska with that. So I'm very excited to speak with you all today. So at the University of Minnesota, we have over 150 majors to choose from, as well as over 130 different minors. So the great thing about being a large university like ourselves is there's so many ways to tailor your education to match your passions, your interests for what it is you want to study as well. We are actually ranked the top 2 in our Big Ten conference for we are ranked number 2 for our 4-year graduation rate. And I want to stress that when you do come to university, it will be a 4-year graduation. And that's what your academic advisors are here to put you on track for. So we have many courses available for our students, as well as many courses optional for students to fit into your curriculum. So you're still taking classes that you enjoy and that you're interested in studying, but still staying on track for that graduation. We have 8 freshmen admitting colleges. So when you do apply to university, you do have to apply to a college. You don't have to declare a major or apply into a major. You can. However, you do have to know kind of what it is you're interested in studying. So our 8 freshmen admitting colleges, they range from our College of Science and Engineering. We have our College of Liberal Arts, Carlson School of Management, which is our business school, anything from agriculture to health and human development. So there's a wide variety. We even have a nursing school, which is now one of our 8 admitting colleges, which is freshman admitting only 2. So those nursing students interested, just know that you can only apply to that as a first-year student. But you do have to choose which of these colleges you want to be in and get accepted to the university. Then you can still be undecided in your major, and it's not until you officially declare end of sophomore year. So you're taking intro level courses, maybe test driving a couple of different majors until you really hone in on what it is you want to study. We are located in the Twin Cities, which is Minneapolis, St. Paul, so side-by-side cities in Minnesota. St. Paul is the capital, so you get to benefit from that, as well as Minneapolis is a major hub for industry. We actually are home to 19 of the Fortune 500 companies. So when you're thinking of internships, co-op opportunities, job opportunities, they're literally right in your backyard. So we have a huge career advantage when it comes to that. 2 big name companies at the top of my head, 3M, Target, both headquartered in Minnesota, and they actually fund a lot of our programs. So there's a lot of opportunities for mentorships, research opportunities, and those job opportunities. We have a strong alumni network. We're literally everywhere. We're one of the largest. We're about 550,000 living across the world. So that's huge when you're thinking about after graduation, you're moving to a new location, you're looking for a job somewhere. It's great to know you have that sense of family everywhere you go. Our area is a huge hub as well for arts, culture, music, theater. We have the 2nd largest Broadway seat in the country. Student discount tickets are available. There's every single major league sports league in the cities as well as we are NCAA #1 or Division I sports league. So pretty much any type of event you want to go to, there's going to be options for you, whether on or off campus. As you can see here on my map, I kind of show different locations of where flights are coming to. Alaska is not included on that, which I'm sorry about, but the major point here is Minneapolis is a huge airport. There's so many direct flights to get to there. If not, it's pretty easily accessible. But once you do get to the Minneapolis airport, which has been ranked the top airport in the country too, which is fun, you literally hop on the light rail. It'll take you down to campus. It'll drop you off right outside campus. It will take you to downtown Minneapolis. It'll take you to St. Paul. It will take you to Mall of America if you want to go shopping. And then it will take you back to the airport. So we are very, very user transportation friendly. You'll get the hang of it the first day you get there, as well as we have buses that go around campus and around campus for free. We are one of the most walkable cities in the country, as well as the most biker friendly. So it's so easy to get around. Along with location, you really get the best of both worlds. You have that collegiate feel of being on a large campus where you literally don't have to step foot off of, but you also have a huge city within your backyard. So you're not looking up at skyscrapers when you're walking to class, you're looking out at them, but very easily accessible. And that's another thing I want to stress. You literally get everything in the metropolitan area as well as a small college town feel. Our application is available. We are on the Common App in our own application, our Golden Gopher app on our website. All you need is your self-reported academic record and the $55 application fee. We are test required as well. If you did have the chance to take it or find a test date, absolutely send it if you think it will benefit your application. It won't be a disadvantage if you don't have one. We have 3 deadlines. I forgot to update this last slide, but early action is November 1st. For nursing students, that is a hard deadline. So November 1st for nursing, your first early action is November 1st. For our second early action, which is what we're calling it, is now December 1st. And then regular deadline is January 1st. There's no advantage or binding decision when it comes to any of these. It's just a matter of finding out sooner. So you'll find out by January, February, or March. But again, that's all you need to apply. There is an optional essay if you'd like to fill it out. That absolutely could help your application, but you don't need to, but I highly encourage it. But that's all I have for you folks today. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.
Great, thank you. And next we'll hear from Western Colorado University.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Brianna Clark, and I'm with Western Colorado University, located in Gunnison, Colorado. So Gunnison itself is located right in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. So when I'm talking with students, I say you are literally surrounded by everything that is the Colorado adventure. So hiking, camping, fishing, skiing, snowboarding, paddleboarding, and literally everything you can think of. If there are some of those activities that you've maybe never even had the chance to try, absolutely no worries, because we have a significant portion of our students who will come to Western. They've never skied before, but because there's a Crested Butte that's located 30 miles north of us, students find that that becomes their new favorite activity as they're going. But a little bit about Western itself. We are a small public university, and our average class size is about 17 students because we have 3,000 students total in our undergraduate and graduate level programs. Within that 17 students on average in your classes, we guarantee that you'll never have a class with more than 66 students in it. That's our largest classroom on campus. That's as many students will fit in that room. So that's why we can make that guarantee for you. We also have a guarantee that you will never have any teaching assistants or graduate assistants teaching your classes. It will always be the professor. And 71% of our professors on campus are holding terminal degrees, which means they have as much education in their fields as they possibly can. So you are quite literally being taught by the experts in those areas. Within the academics on campus, we have our surrounding area in the Gunnison Valley that we like to call our best nature's classroom. So where students who are involved in environmental studies, biology, recreation, outdoor education, those students are getting out into the environment around them and are doing hands-on research opportunities as they're going through. Speaking within that small class sizes, I wanted to throw up this picture here for you. It kind of just gives you a rough estimate of a 17-person classroom at Western, as opposed to a 500-seat lecture hall that you might be seeing at other universities. It's really easy to imagine that if you have one professor in that 17-person classroom, that they can glance through and they do get to know their students really, really well on a first-name basis within like 2 weeks into freshman year. They're also going to know that you're coming from out of state, and they're going to make an extra effort to make sure that you are feeling connected in the Gunnison Valley and that you're enjoying your time at Western, and that you kind of have another extra little extra friends and connections as you're going through. We have over 100 different academic programs at Western. Some of our top programs are within business administration, environment and sustainability, recreation and outdoor education, and biology. While we have a lot of really great academic programs, there are 2 that I want to make sure I highlight. We have a partnership program between Western Colorado University and the University of Colorado Boulder. So if you are looking at mechanical engineering or computer science, there's a little bit of nuances in the program, but long story short, you end up spending all 4 years on the Gunnison's campus, on Western's campus, but you graduate with a degree from CU Boulder within that mechanical engineering or computer science. A couple other programs I want to highlight are our accelerated degree programs. These are called 3+2 programs, where you are essentially getting your bachelor's and your master's degree in 5 years. So it's a lot of dedicated resources, but it saves you a lot of time and a lot of money. We offer a lot of services on campus to make sure that our students are being successful, including our EPIC mentors that are upperclassmen students who are assigned to our incoming students as mentors. We have career services, writing centers, and tutoring. But want to touch base on the affordability as well. As you can see, for our students for fall of 2020, our out-of-state tuition was $18,600. You can see that's coming in well under the average of what a national out-of-state tuition is looking like. 100% of our students are considered for merit aid, and 80% of our students are receiving some form of financial aid as well. For our academic merit scholarships, we are part of the WUI, or the Western Undergraduate Exchange, and you in Alaska are part of that as well. But our academic merit scholarships are going to be based on your GPA. If you have a GPA of a 3.35 or higher, you will get an academic merit scholarship. So that's kind of just something to look forward to there as you're applying. College is not all about the academic, it's also about what you can experience outside of the classroom. So we do have athletics. We are part of the NCAA Division II. We have competitive mountain sports, competitive club sports, and intramural sports as well. We also have over 50 different clubs and organizations that students can get a part of. They're academic based within these clubs and organizations. We have arts and music, passion service-based clubs, a multicultural center, and our Wilderness Pursuits office that will help you experience paddleboarding for the first time if you've never done that before. All of our clubs and activities on campus are student-led and student-started, so it's all because of the passion of our students that those things are happening. Another unique experience that we have at Western is our mountain rescue team. We are the only college in the nation that has a certified mountain rescue team, which means our students are the ones who are going out and conducting the rescue operations in the Gunnison Valley. So finding lost hikers, helping people who may be injured while they're out doing some sports. Anybody and everybody can join this group on campus. We do all of the training and certifications with you. I'm often asked, who is the typical Western student? So I always like to say you should go Western if your gear bag is bigger than your clothes closet. You set lofty goals because they're excuses to keep climbing. Your great idea of a college professor is one who holds office hours at 14,000 feet, and because you'd rather have college pay off for you than get stuck paying off for college. Together at Western, we will be able to launch your future. Definitely check out some of our virtual preview days or go to our website to check it out. And then here's my contact info for if you have any questions or would like to learn more.
All right, thank you. And our final school for this 6x6 is Colorado Mesa University.
Thank you very much, and thanks to everybody else that presented. I got to go last, but hopefully not the least. I got the advantage of seeing everybody else. I am Curtis Beetleman, and I'm with Colorado Mesa University. We are in Grand Junction, Colorado, which is on the very western edge of Colorado. So we are nestled about halfway between the Salt Lake City and Denver metropolitan areas. So because of that, we have a few things that are advantageous to us. So we have 11,000 students here at Colorado Mesa University, a mid-sized university by all means, and not huge, not small, but because of that regionality, we do have some extra amenities for our students. As you can see, we have over 114 different majors to choose from, and those go from doctoral levels all the way down to associate and certificate levels. And that's one of the advantages of our campus is we do have a lot of options for students for admittance into, like I said, those associate programs. We do have a community college attached to us and under our umbrella, so students of various levels of academia can get opportunity on our campus. And you can see here as well that we keep the class sizes small, much like everybody else, right around that 20 to 1 faculty to student ratio. No teaching assistants, and 88% of our classes have less than 40 students in them. So always a good feel for our students to get in touch with their professors, with their faculty, and have that one-on-one time. We can see we also try to mix a little bit of learning with adventure, being in Western Colorado, as we've talked about already, that regional aspect of things for us. We get a lot of amenities with the size of our town being about 150,000. We are the largest city in between those two major metropolitan areas, but certainly 150,000 within the valley isn't a huge number. So a small town feel with a larger amenities. So everything from medical facilities to manufacturing, tech jobs, engineering firms, and of course the educational side of things as well is upped a little bit of a notch with the regional aspect of our campus. So facilities is where we hang our hat on a lot of our programs. We have one of the only forensic research stations in the country. I think it's one of 6 in the country. This is a forensic research station for students in that forensic science field to study the real-time decomposition of human cadavers and get the top-notch level of study through programs like that. We also opened up a hotel on campus this year that is run entirely by our hospitality management students and our culinary arts students as well. So trying to get the undergraduate research along with some of that resume building material as well for our students. Our students are definitely involved in outdoor activities as well. Being in Western Colorado, we have a little bit more of a mild climate than the larger portion of the state. So you really get year-round access to the things that students are very interested in, which may be anything from skiing and snowshoeing and hiking and biking and paddling and all those things, but you get year-round access to it. It's one of the only places I know of that you can go skiing in one portion of the day and come back to the Grand Valley and maybe hop out and play a round of golf or go rock climbing all in the same day. So we definitely have a different climate here in Western Colorado that our students take advantage of, and you can see lots of outdoor program trips, 1,200 different miles of hiking and biking trails that are all accessible to campus. And then our on-campus activities as well are a big deal. Over 2,000 plus student-run events, almost 200 clubs and organizations within our campus, a very much residential campus feel. We have 2,500 beds on campus, and then the other 80% of our students that are attending live within about 5 blocks of our campus. So very much the traditional residential college feel here at Colorado Mesa University as well. We are an NCAA Division II athletics program with many, many sports. You can see there 26 different NCAA sports teams, 23 different club sports, including a national championship mountain bike and cycling team, and intramural sports and leagues as well on our campus. Another aspect of our campus that I think students enjoy as far as the activities going on. Try to keep our students engaged as far as getting them the support they need. We have early move-in programs for freshmen, and also lots of different educational access services available, including peer tutoring and career services, and always you'll be with a faculty advisor. And of course, the price for CMU, the tuition and fees would be under WUI with the Alaskan students. You can see there the WUI prices for tuition fees here at CMU, plus merit scholarships as well for our students. You can see over 51% of our incoming freshmen this last year gained some sort of merit scholarship. We also have a specific Pacific Northwest scholarship for students. That's another $4,000 that is available. So Alaskan students can get up to $10,000 worth of scholarships with us through their merit. And obviously with the application process, everything is done online on our own website, coloradomesa.edu/apply. We are rolling admissions, and then you can send your transcripts and test scores. We are test flexible now as of this year as well. So you do not have to have the test scores, but we can get you admitted on the GPA alone and then go from there and get you in and admitted and on your way to being a MAV.
All right, thank you everybody for your presentations. And so for all of the participants, we have about 7 minutes. We would love to take your questions in the Q&A chat box. And I'll invite all of our panelists to keep an eye on that Q&A chat box. And in the meantime, as we see a couple of those questions come in for specific schools, I want to open it up to everybody and just go back in presentation order. Just a quick fact or a fun tradition, something that sets your school apart. We'd love to hear it. So going back and starting with Iowa State.
Yeah, I think one fun fact about Iowa State, one of my favorite parts about the university is the campus itself. We're one of 3, I believe, college campuses to be named in this architectural landscape architectural book as a it's like with the top college campus. So that's one of my favorite things about Iowa State is just the campus itself.
David, did you want to go? I think you were next.
Okay, yes, hi. Universal Tech, we've got over 4,500 dealerships and companies nationwide that participate with our graduates in tuition reimbursement. So the ability to have employers that will help cover the cost of tuition. And I've had over 700 Alaska residents that have gone and trained at one of our campuses at UTI, and I've got many graduates throughout dealerships and service centers all over the state of Alaska. So had a lot of success, and the Alaska students generally do very well in our industry.
I'll talk a little bit about a fun tradition that we have at the University of Tulsa. There is a huge bell that used to be at the top of the very first building that was the University of Tulsa in like 1894. That building is no longer standing, but when they tore it down, they preserved the bell. So it lives kind of in the middle of campus now. And so there's a long-standing tradition for our students. Once you finish your last final exam, you sprint across campus to the bell and you ring the Kendall bell as loud as you can. And then there's actually a formal bell ringing ceremony at graduation. So you can ring the bell in your cap and gown and your family's there to watch. But along with that is a superstition on campus for all of our students to steer clear of the bell until you finish your last final exam. And it's rumored on campus that if you happen to touch the bell before you finish your last final exam, that you'll be doomed to never graduate from TU. So.
For University of Minnesota, we are a top 10 public research institution. And with that, we actually are the reason why we have the Honeycrisp apple as well as Post-it notes. So there's a lot of cool, innovative things coming out of the U that you could be a part of.
All right, I'll go ahead and share. So the mountain that's behind me in the virtual background is Tenderfoot Mountain. On the other side of that mountain is an archaeological dig site that's over 10,000 years old. So our anthropology students and some of our environmental and sustainability students in those will go out and they actually will actively dig in that site that's back there. And so they're hands-on learning within that. And then the W that you can see, we do a burning of the W every fall for homecoming. So that's kind of just two traditions turned into one for one little mountain.
Yeah, and with Colorado Mesa University, I would say one of the fun facts, or at least a new fact on our campus, it seems like there's something new every year, but we did add a very cool program this year in adventure, recreation, tourism, and within our business department. So I think that might be something that's very interesting for a lot of students in your area up in Alaska as the adventure tourism industry continues to grow. We've added a 4-year bachelor's program in that as well to go along with a lot of the other options on our campus. So.
Fantastic. So there's been a couple of questions coming through the Q&A, so I'm going to just let the reps look at those for another minute or so, and then we'll wrap things up to make sure that we have time for the next presentation starting at the top of the hour.
I had one question come through and I'll just go ahead and answer it live. For Western Colorado, yes, we do ask that students live on campus their first 2 years, but we have an active housing process to make sure that you're paired with a roommate you actually get along with, and you are very active in that process of selecting that roommate before you get there.
University of Twin Cities just got a question about our other branch colleges. So there is a system of University of Minnesota campuses throughout the state. There's 5 of them. We are the hub for that. However, we are all independent of each other, but it does get confusing. You can apply to Twin Cities, but then we can also forward your application to other campuses. The reason students would probably choose Twin Cities is because we are the flagship institution. We are the largest campus, as well as we have more of the programs there, as well as pretty much the majority of things happen at Twin Cities. However, there are specialties at other campuses that students might choose those for. Like, for instance, University of Minnesota Duluth is partnered with the Mayo Clinic. So those that are interested in the medical field might choose to attend there, or if they have family nearby, that type of thing. But usually Twin Cities, because we are the flagship.
All right, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up to make sure we have time for everybody to join the next presentations in 15 minutes. So I want to say thank you so much to all of the presenters and all of the participants and people asking questions. If we didn't get to your question, the reps will be able to follow up with you, so you will definitely hear from them. And when you close this window, there will be a link to a quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. And again, this is just one of many sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at the same website where you registered. So I'm sure I'll see a few of the students in the next session starting shortly. To the reps again, I want to say thank you all, and everyone else have a great day.